What's up guys, this is Eddie, welcome to a new video, DPS rankings, let's go. So I started doing DPS rankings few years ago, but then a lot of other DCUO YouTubers copied the idea, so I stopped doing it. But now they have stopped doing it, and then some of the guys messaged me to do a video on this, so here we are again. Now I'm happy to say that this year, most of the powers have actually been very close to each other. They are much more balanced than before except one or two power sets. So if your power set is at the bottom of my list, do not think that your power set is bad, it is not. It will still be under tier 2 and can do great damage depending on the stats and situation. So without further ado, let's begin. So we're gonna start from the bottom and go to the top. At the bottom we have Atomic. Again, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful power with some great animations and does a decent amount of damage, but it's mostly burst damage, and compared to other powers with burst damage, it does lack a bit. Maybe because it's a bit slow, and if you get interrupted, your combos are gone, but still can be a great DPS power if you really know where to position yourself and how to use Atomic. Next we have Nature. Now people might disagree with me, and I know that it is a great DPS power. I actually have seen some awesome Nature DPSs myself, for example Niftiak from USPC server, but ever since the Gorilla Supercharged was nerfed, it is not the best. Damage is still there though, but not what it used to be, and to make it to tier 1. But honestly, these dots with all these Pheromones, beautiful. Next in the tier 2 list we have Quantum. Again, beautiful power, one of the best looking animations in the game, and also one of the only power set, if you have a potato computer, this power set's animation will make you lag, like crazy lag, but only because the animations are magical. But again, a little slow to keep up with other power sets. You have to go extra mile and be a try-hard DPS if you wanna be on top of the board. Burst damage is there, but not as good as others. Next we have Sorcery. Sorcery has some great burst damage, but Sorcery's damage is very situational. It really depends on what kind of alert or raid you're running. In easy situations where you don't have to move much and the bosses are at one spot, you might actually beat every other DPS in the group except for the top 2 power sets, but still it's lacking in numbers. Like with some other power sets, you can be a godly DPS without even putting any effort, but with Sorcery you have to work hard to achieve the same results. Next in the list we have Earth. Now some of you will be like, what? Earth? It's amazing. How on earth is Earth that low in your list, Eddie? The thing is, ask yourself this question. Were you top DPS spamming the jackhammer in melee range, or were you top DPS while using full range AoE loadout? I mean, Earth has probably the best melee damage in the game, but we gotta take a look at all powers in the power sets. I personally love Earth for single target as well, it's great, but for most people it's not. Range AoE is mediocre at best, so unless you are Captain Jack spammer, Earth belongs in tier 2. Alright, next we have Water. I personally love Water, but again it's all about burst damage when DPSing with Water, and again not great when compared to other powers, but very awesome when compared to Atomic or even Quantum. Beautiful animations. Keep in mind, we are not talking about precision DPSing in this video, this is all might based ranking. So Water is, well, it's worth it, it's a great power, but just not good enough to make it tier 1. Next in the list, Fire. Fire has amazing single target and if done correctly, great AoE damage too, but that AoE is a little bit slower compared to other power sets. And then we have Melee. Wait, do we have Melee? I mean, Fire Melee is almost non-existent. Other than 2 or 3 powers, all powers are ranged, and those 2 to 3 powers are not that great either. Next we have Rage, Red Lanterns, going berserk. Beautiful sight to see, one of the best melee damage in the game, good single target and great range AoE damage as well. Berserker Supercharge is the key to all of that. That Supercharge, if you use right, you can beat most of the power sets, and which I'm about to mention next, but very situational. If the bosses are moving a lot, you will lose a lot of damage because of the small cone sizes most powers have in the Rage power set, but yeah, totally worth it. Moving on, next we have one of my favorite powers, Celestial. It's a combo power and not everybody is a fan of comboing, but it can be amazing with all that damage over time and the burst damage. The numbers you hit with Celestial are huge. Not a big fan of Celestial supercharges, but there's always Neo Venom boost to fill the gap. Great AoE, great single target and good melee. Next on the list we have Ice. Now it may come as a surprise, but yup, Ice is doing pretty good right now, mainly because of the Ice Elemental Supercharge. That 60% damage boost is all that you need. And I recently uploaded Ice DPS video, I think last month, so do take a look at that and you'll see what I mean. Single target damage is great, AoE is great, melee is lacking but can be managed, so overall great power. Next, on number 5, we have mental. I am not a good mental DPS. I don't know why. I tried getting into it, but it's the animations, I guess, or maybe the color, which is a big turn off for me. So I always end up switching powers, but again, some great mental DPSs are around. For example, Die Another Day TR from USPS server. Even without the Eye of Gemini, mental has amazing AoE and single target damage, and if you use EOG, it's a game changer. So basically in right hands, mental can be pretty overpowered, and I have heard it's great for PvP as well. Next in the list, at number 4, we have Munitions, the laziest power in the game with amazing damage. I'm telling you, it cannot get any easier than this. Literally just press 1, 2, 3, 4 and boom, you have done 20 million damage. Great range, awesome single target and somewhat okayish melee. Nice supercharges. If used right with correct artifacts, this power is very hard to beat. At number 3, we have my favorite, Hardlight. People are sleeping on this, I'm telling you right now, but this is absolutely amazing all-rounder power set with great damage output. Once you're comfortable with chain combos, a little bit of clipping, you are good to go in any kind of situation. I uploaded a complete guide on Hardlight right before this video, so check it out and you will see what I mean. Damage is insane. Alright, drum roll. Well, there's no drum roll because you guys already know. At number 2, number 1, it's obviously electricity and gadgets. So it's basically a tie between electricity and gadgets. Both powers are performing way better than expected at the moment. Electricity with its damage over time and that 15-second supercharge spam combined with Eye of Gemini, scrap artifacts, and boom, top DPS. Gadgets with insane clipping, very overpowered burst damage combined with Eye of Gemini and scrap, boom, top DPS. And keep in mind, I am not talking about precision electricity or precision gadgets, still talking about Might here. If you go precision with these powers and you go full try-hard mode, artifact swapping, etc., there is no way anybody can beat you. On USPS, we have some amazing DPSs with these 2 powers. OG Mentor is one of them, you guys already know that name, Macromedia, 37S, and so many more. They're using these powers at its full potential, and on top of that, they increase their damage output by at least 30% just by artifact swapping. So anyways, this was my DPS rating for 2022, but as I said in the beginning, now you can see on the screen too, the competition is very close, because with right artifacts, skill points, mods, you can make any power work. So no power set is bad, but yeah, flavor of the month, or should I say last few months, is electricity and gadgets. So this is it. Hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys next time.